mind expensive.
It's no sleep, baby.
Hey there, folks.
Hey.
It's me, AJ Simmons, your pal. Welcome to No Sleep, the podcast. We are a comedy podcast, and as such, I'm going to do a joke. How's that sound? I recently got one of those at-home health test kits.
Oh.
Yeah, I had to prick my finger and put my blood into a vial, and I send it off.
Oh.
And it's going to tell me what's wrong with my metabolism, things like that. But I was getting kind of freaked out, thinking, did I really just send my blood basically into the internet?
Yeah.
And I
That's
thought,
dicey, right?
yeah. I thought a little harder about it, and I was like, yes, that's what the corporations are looking for. DNA of a mentally ill Midwest open micer.
Yeah.
That's the secret formula.
The sauce.
That's where the juice is.
Yeah, no one gives a shit. But it is weird to send your blood just to some address via UPS. But
Yeah, it is weird. I already did that.
cut to Tom McGrain.
Oh, man. That is, yeah. Nobody wants us, do they? It's fine. A few people. Let's see. What do I got? Old stuff. Living in a zoo would be great. Like if the aliens came, we're like, we're going to put you in the zoo. Be like, nice. It's a good life right there. All right. Good stuff. Hey, did you guys remember Back to the Future? You guys remember that movie?
Oh, yeah.
right?
Sure do.
Marty McFly's mom, Leah Thompson, tries to bang him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just imagine, what if they actually went through with that, you know? And the real sequel to Back to the Future is Goonies, and their son is Sloth.
You came back strong.
Yeah, thanks.
Nice.
Uh-huh.
All right, cut to Alex
Yep.
Carter, folks.
Huh?
Nice shirt, Al.
Thanks. The old red, white, and blue because America rocks.
Ding. That'll up the numbers on the podcast. We'll just keep saying that.
Yeah.
America's doing great.
Woo-wee. I don't really have any jokes. Let's see. I have a question, though.
Ooh.
Given the current state of affairs, seems strange to me that no one wants to impress Jodie Foster anymore. Hello.
Yeah.
It's an old person joke. Learn your
it is.
history.
John Hinckley.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Imagine also being John Hinckley, who tried to assassinate President Reagan to try and impress Jodie Foster was his motive.
Right.
Yeah.
Only to find out after he's been rotting in prison for years that she's actually a lesbian. Oh,
Ooh.
never had a shot. Never had a shot.
I did that for nothing.
Right. He's there talking through the glass on the phone.
Yeah.
I guess I never had a shot.
You wouldn't, not even if I, nope. Okay,
Oh.
well, shit.
Not even after that most recent season of True Detective. No.
Nope.
Not into it.
Not
Less.
into it.
Not into it.
Less
She was a kind of a hoe in that season of True Detective. though.
was.
Yeah.
Really? That was
Banging
a,
everybody in town more than once.
coming full
more than
circle,
once.
Yeah.
Well,
just like
Yep.
Taxi Driver.
Yep.
I guess she was so young in that movie, in Taxi Driver, that I don't think she was even allowed to see it. Like once
I think
it
she was
came
like
out.
12.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
She was a
very, very
child.
young.
13. Yeah.
she was a child prostitute.
Yep. Back
Yikes.
when people were like, yeah.
Yikes.
Back when people used to be like, child prostitutes. No
Crazy.
big deal.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
It's New York.
Yeah, what are you gonna
Hey,
do?
You get a slice, you get a child prostitute.
yeah. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. It's the New York way.
Yeah. That's right. The 70s.
Yeah, I mean, back then it
1974.
sounds like it was fucking crazy. Like,
Yeah.
because I think at that point, old Marty Scorsese really, I think he'd done Boxcar Bertha and a few little things like that.
Yeah, that was
He was
after
of note, but
Yeah.
they really just were out there shooting kind of the way New York was.
The one of his first movie with De Niro was before that too. I forget-
Oh,
can't
Mean
remember-
Streets?
Yep, Mean Streets.
Yeah. So he had a couple little things going,
He was cooking.
He was cooking.
Yep.
but definitely pre-Goodfellas and
Yeah.
all those type of
And
things.
apparently, New York City at that time was also cooking in a bad way.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it was very like all the peep shows and the stuff you see. I think was,
Times Square used to be all porn.
yeah,
And, yeah.
like penny
Movie theaters.
whack-off
Yep.
theaters. You know,
Yep.
Don't I know it?
just in case you don't want to whack off at home, you can
Yeah.
go whack off.
Well,
at a
that's where
public
you
place.
didn't have, no porn in your pockets. You got to
Right.
go.
They had
the
no need
theater.
for the No Nut app like I
That's
had.
right.
Right.
Life
The
was
world,
Yeah.
the world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
home life, no nuts at all.
Yeah. In fact, you had to shame yourself to go nut in public.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a jaunt.
Speaking
down
of shame, today was the first time ever coming up here. There was somebody else in the elevator,
oh,
and I saw the three of us hit 2. Bing.
We're just going up to one floor.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's only 3 options. So I
Yeah.
don't feel that bad.
Yep.
yeah, I've seen that video before.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh-oh, the elevator's stuck.
Oh, yeah.
Look out, Taekwondo guy.
It's only fitting.
Yeah. They have his gi on.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
he was ready to throw a roundhouse kick or
Yeah.
something. I don't know.
Did you get a look at what color belt he had?
I was too busy looking at his coupons. There's one for Ace. In
Ace
his-
Hardware
in his junk
coupon?
mail. Yep.
You gonna keep that?
Yeah. I got an Ace right by my house.
I could
I could use the grill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can come grill with me if you want sometime.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
Taekwondo.
I never met her.
Yacht. Remember her?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do remember Yacht.
You ever see did she ever pop up in your suggested friends on Facebook
No,
or anything
she
like
does
that?
not.
Oh, okay.
She doesn't do a lot of popping up, I imagine. She's like 4'3".
She's probably done popping at this point.
Yeah. But no, in fact, I've never, since then, not hide nor hair of old Yacht. Wonder how she's doing.
Yeah, maybe still in the adjustment biz. or
Yeah,
whatever.
probably still altering clothes somewhere.
Altering, that's right.
Yeah. Who knows? Not
Yeah.
me.
We certainly don't.
No.
Here's a weird thing. I was looking. I had a unmarked Ziploc bag of memory cards, which does sound great, right?
Yeah.
But
That sounds antithetical to what you're trying to accomplish with both of those.
yes, but they're just memory cards over the years for like cameras and things
Yeah.
like that. Where I was like, oh, I can always reformat these. That was, and use them for the recorder was my plan because this
Just
one,
labeled "Keep away from cops."
yeah. Yeah, flush in case of emergency.
Yes.
Because it'd been but it's just been one of those almost like a junk drawer thing I've had floating around with
Yeah.
me
Oh, yeah.
for years.
I have thumb drives all over the place.
Yeah, it's
You're
like
who
that.
even knows?
Yeah. And so I'm like, oh, this is only a 4 gig card, which is okay. But I used to have a 16 gig, which was nice because I could do like 4 episodes on this on one card before I even had to start worrying about
Oh,
running out
yeah.
of space or something, So I was like, oh, let me look at one of these old cards. And one of the cards it appeared to be like a wedding shower, but for people I don't know. And I was like, how the hell did I get a hold of this card?
Yeah.
Sometimes
Did you mug Danny Carmen?
maybe I did. Danny Cardman. But it's really, I felt like Robin Williams in 1 Hour Photo, where I was like looking. I was like, I was scrolling through all these
Yeah.
photos and videos of a wedding shower trying to figure out if
Then you figure out who the people are that got married and take a shit in their house.
right. Or I see a murder like some in the background of these photos or videos. But it's really weird I'm like, all these people have lives and I don't know any of them. I don't know how the fuck
Like
I
no
got
one
there.
was even slightly
No.
familiar.
Not even slightly. It almost felt like, it felt like AI generated or something where I'm like, these are all real people I can tell, but
The bride goes to hug
Weird.
the husband and her arm melts into his
Yeah.
tuxedo. Maybe this is AI.
and then in some of the photos you can tell people are like having better or worse times. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I wonder how they're doing now. What I
I
mean?
wonder how that got into your memory
I
cards.
know. But sometimes, when you're like
A
working with
used
video
camera, maybe?
Yeah, like videographer. Oh, I never even thought about that. Maybe it came with a camera I bought because I did buy cameras off eBay or something.
Yeah.
Could be. And sometimes you just exchange cards where it's like, oh, ignore that folder. Just this is from today's shoot. Grab that off the card. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You'll dump cards onto computers and stuff, but yeah, it was just this bag of cards. Half of them didn't work, and then one of them had a whole wedding shower of people I don't know, don't recognize. No, I didn't even recognize. Not even family member, but just anyone.
Yeah.
Not even from the same hometown or something.
Interesting.
Very weird.
That is weird. When I moved into my house that I'm about to move out of this weekend, we moved in like damn near 20 years ago. We were in the basement looking around through stuff, and there's like open insulation, the paper kind of hanging down a little bit.
The floor.
I don't know why we caught like a glimpse of something up there, and we went and grabbed it, and it was an envelope full of I don't know if it was even the previous tenants, but they were like boudoir photos.
Whoa.
Of this,
That's way better than
Didn't
what I
you used to live there as a child?
middle-aged woman. Yeah, I did. Of a middle-aged lady in like white lingerie, and there was also a joint up there,
Whoa.
which was pretty crazy.
Damn.
This was up in the insulation.
Yeah, like someone stuffed it up there so no one would find it. Like the hanging down paper.
I love hearing about shit like that because people always been freaks.
Yeah.
We all, we all act like it's brand
They
new.
clearly got these
It ain't
developed
new.
at
Yeah.
like Walgreens. I mean, it was like the old, I don't know what's 6 by whatever photos. It was just
Right.
a packet of those of this
Some
Nice.
fucking guy
lady in
like
white lingerie.
60 years ago worked at the fucking cracker factory. And then he's like, I'm going to go home and smoke a joint and whack off to my wife in underwear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A nice
And
printed photo.
Yeah. I'm going to get turned into the police for this. This is a high crime against the state.
Yeah. Or even in 1 hour photo, it makes you realize that, especially at that point in time when everyone had to basically get photos developed because it wasn't
Yeah.
smartphone or
Yep.
point and shoot camera. I remember that was a big thing. But before all that, it's like someone would likely see your photos.
Oh, yeah.
Every time.
So if you're gaping and like setting up a tripod and whatever,
Yeah.
Larry
Unless
down
you
at
got
the
a dark
Fast
room,
photos,
yeah.
he's got to put those
Yeah.
together.
I'm sure people saw that
Well,
shit
they used
all
to
the
say back
time.
in the day,
Yeah. Make a
if you
copy
took
of
your
this for
film in to
myself.
go get developed, if you like took nudie pics, they'd just toss them. Like,
Yeah.
You couldn't do it.
Oh.
They wouldn't just,
Some
they don't want to
places.
be like printing off, possibly illegal things or
Child
God knows
porn.
what. Yeah, right. Or they're like,
Yeah.
so they're like, don't bring us that shit. Bring us your, but of course, you're on vacation, you get a little drunk, the wife pulls the top down, click, and then that's in the scrapbook for the next 75 years.
And then the
Great grandma's boobs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the photo booth.
Yeah, the photo booth guys.
Scrapbook.
Scrapbook,
also.
yes.
Couple copies for myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one's a big 24 by 36 above his bed. That's like the photo of, is it Jan from The Office when her and Michael go to
Oh, yeah.
Sandals, Jamaica?
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Topless.
Yeah.
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 And they make like a full banner of her,
Yeah.
the warehouse
Yeah.
guy.
Because Michael wasn't supposed to show anyone.
Yeah.
He sends everyone.
What'd you do with the photo? Do you keep them?
What?
The joint and everything?
We smoked the joint.
Oh, yeah.
And it's still
I'm happy to hear that
it
because that would be
still
immediately
did its
like,
business. I think we were lightweights back in the day, but the photos. I wonder if I could find them.
I'd like to see those.
Yeah, I wish I
I would
wonder if could.
love to see those.
Yeah, there was also like a bunch of super old newspapers, like a stack of them.
From what years? So what?
They were old.
The newspapers
like
date
the 50s, maybe.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Shit,
Yeah.
someone was
I
living
mean,
high in the
the
hog in your
photos were from
basement.
like the 80s.
Oh,
They weren't that
they were
old.
color photos.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm imagining
They were
black and
color,
white.
like glossy, like
Sears?
straight up, like you get at
Yeah.
you used to get at Walgreens or wherever else.
Wow.
Oh,
like
shit,
somebody
so
just-
someone did develop those photos.
Somebody took them with a point and shoot and had them developed. Yeah,
Point and shoot, indeed.
yeah,
Yeah. Keep this on the DL. or-
yeah, yeah. Point. All right, I already said it. Point.
I'm trying over
Were
here.
they- I can't remember. Were they fully nude, did you say?
No, she's in white lingerie.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's even hotter.
it was. They were
You talking a brunette or what are we talking?
She's blonde, like a short blonde hair, and she's someone she knows that's listening to this podcast. She's probably.
5'3". What are we talking?
I couldn't. She was like laying down.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh, what kind of pose are we talking here?
there was several pictures, so multiple. Yeah, there's some, but you would not. You would be like, oh no, thanks.
What's going on?
Yeah,
here?
yeah.
This some
Somebody
sort of
trying to spice up their marriage, or maybe send them into like
Yeah.
a singles newspaper or something back in the
Right.
day. Yeah. Yeah.
You would do that. Like, that's crazy to put out an ad
Yeah.
being like, man, handsome man seeking,
Yeah.
agreeable woman.
Well, that's one of the reasons why newspapers are closing down is their main source of revenue for years was classified ads
Right.
and personals.
Oh yeah.
You would pay a few bucks to be like, I'm selling my lawnmower, $50, or my pussy needs to be fucked, $50.
Yeah.
And it's a whole system. But
I used to love looking at the classifieds.
Oh,
looking at
yeah.
cars and go karts, and then the miscellaneous
the
stuff.
best would be like the free, like give a
pussy needs to
free.
Yeah.
That finally he laughed at it. God, I'm trying over here. Jeez, right, Shyla, I'm trying to do with everything I can with the words you've written.
he's trying to make the most out of a
Firing
script.
right over their heads.
Sorry, it was moving so fast. I wanted to slow it down and bring it back. I didn't need to get my pussy fucked. $50.
Yeah.
I was like, wait.
I was
So
like,
are you paying?
I thought you
her
were being
to fuck her?
earnest. I was
Yeah.
like, people did kind of.
Or she
do
was
that.
she willing to pay you to fuck her pussy?
Yeah.
You're thinking too far. It's just a joke.
Right. No, I mean the answers make it even funny.
I know what I have. $50. No low balls.
That's right.
Or some low balls.
Yeah, please.
Yes.
The lower the better.
They are getting lower.
Your balls?
Yes.
I think I'm always tense because mine are always like taut and up.
Like a boxing glove.
Yeah, unless I'm under the influence of drugs, which
And
I
then
never
what?
am.
And then what happens?
Then they're just hanging.
then they're floating in the air.
Yeah, then they're monstrous and
It's
hangers.
like a zeppelin.
Yeah, but otherwise they're just like, come
Right.
on. Like, geez, balls,
Pure
come
fight or
on.
flight.
Yeah, yeah,
Cough 'em down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They kind of just are tense a lot of the time.
Need a little massage. you
But
know what I'm
then,
saying?
yeah, get a little.
Loosen them up.
Yeah. $50. Put out a classified ad.
But if I'm
Wanted.
warm,
Yeah.
relaxed,
Ball
and
suit.
under the influences, toss those babies over my shoulder.
Yeah. Like a bindle.
Yep.
On the road
Out
again.
there. Yeah.
How's the packing up going? Because, like you said, been in the same place for 20 years.
20 years. I didn't live anywhere for 20 years.
I know. I'm leaving a bunch of stuff behind, probably.
Okay.
The
A lot of my
nudie pics in the
stuff
joint.
I already threw away. Those are coming with me. but, I already threw a lot of my stuff away when Sarah moved in. So most of the stuff, Sarah kind of got on my case on Saturday. And I was like, I was kind of a bitchy.
Moving can do that.
Oh, yes. Oh,
I
yes.
was like,
Bring the
I
worst out in
Like,
you.
I don't fucking want to.
Oh, yeah. I've had
Like, I
some
don't-
classic fights.
Yeah, and
mid-moving.
most of the stuff isn't mine
Yeah.
at this point, and I'm like,
It just got moved in.
yeah,
That's not on me.
no, I'm saying,
That's kind of your problem.
yeah, yeah. I did tell myself I have a nightly existential crisis at a certain time. It'll be after I finish the podcast today, where I'm like, oh my god, I'm such a fucking shithead, and I think about things I said on the podcast, where I'm like, I seem like a bit of a negative Nancy sometimes. I don't know if you guys noticed this.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah. Where I'm like, oh yeah, fuck them kids, which I'm not like.
Right.
Love them, but I'm like, I'll watch the kids. You pack everything, right? No, she won't. I don't know. We're not on track.
We're not on track.
It hasn't gone well. And I really was. I was like, this fucking sucks. Packing, I realized you could tell me, like, you'd be like, hey, Toll, grab this coffee table and take it downstairs. I'll be like, no fucking problem. I'll do it.
problem.
right
Watch
now.
this, bitch. Throw
Yeah.
it on your back. Boom.
Like, hey,
down the
Toll,
stairs.
Paint the wall. Like, you got some paint? Okay, no problem. Do this, do that. But you want me to, like, Toll, grab all your shit and put it in a box. I'm like, ugh, boy, ugh, what are we talking about here?
I should.
What are we talking about
my
here?
shit.
Yeah, that turns the things I own essentially into homework.
Right.
Oh,
Where I'm
boy.
like, I can't just do it and be done with it when it's.
I don't know if you folks know this or
Yeah.
not, but Toll has something of an aversion to homework.
I do. Yes, it's problematic.
Homework. flows into many different areas of his life.
Yes, it does. Ask AJ. Yeah. So, it could be once I'm under the gun more, then I'm like pretty good to
Then
go.
it's go time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I generally manage.
Then it's like Mission Impossible. And
Yeah.
you have to do it.
It's a weird way to live your life to be like, well, I know that 10 minutes before I need this done, I'll finish it
Because it has to be.
because it has to be done. And that's how I always do everything.
Tell me
So,
about it. I'm
yeah.
opening another business, and it's like,
Yeah.
well, these are 5,000 things I need to do right
Yeah.
now that I could have done 4 months ago.
Yeah.
But here we are.
Yeah.
Now I have to do it, and I will do it. But not until I absolutely have to do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Well, and it's one of those things too where you're like, maybe I'm going to need this gas mask sometime. In the
Well,
next couple
it's
days.
also like,
you don't know what to box
Yeah.
up because you need it all.
yeah. And I would never, I'm not a guy that would ever hire movers, especially
Not
since
with your sort of background.
No, yeah. And I would just piecemeal it to the new place over time. That's
Several
how
months.
I would go about doing it. Or just get the stuff over there and be like, I think we're good. Like, we can leave the rest of this shit back there.
Yeah.
Whoever
You're
moves
not
in
gonna
next
miss
can
it
have
anyway.
it.
Light a match.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I don't know. It's going.
Yeah, I mean, you do have the benefit now. I mean, because your mom owns the house.
Yep.
It doesn't have to be done overnight,
Yep.
which is kind of nice.
That's true. There's no.
It kind of
But
adds.
that makes the homework
I've also
issue
lived there for 20 years and I'm resistant to.
change.
Yes. I know. I don't know if you know this. but
Audible gasp from the audience.
Yeah. It may have held me back slightly in life, perhaps.
One,
Some
may
might say.
Yeah,
Yes.
perhaps.
And yeah. So I'm like,
One could postulate.
you're trying to make me do this shit I don't even want to fucking do. So,
Shit.
but see, I'm not going to be a negative Nancy anymore. Be like, yeah, we're doing it. It's going to be great. New house. I'm going to have a basement with a big TV in it, the couch.
Damn.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
It is going to be good.
padlock
it's going to
that the
be.
kids can't
we'll
reach.
have after and you guys can clearly come visit like right away. But I'm sure we'll have like a housewarming party at some point.
Well.
It'll be carpet for the baby to crawl on instead of floors that have been smoked on for 80 years. You know.
It's like crawling around a bowling alley or something.
Yes, it is. So I still put her on the floor sometimes, and Sarah's like, "Oh." I'm like, this is the only floor we got. What do you want me to do?
I was raised on this floor.
Yeah, that's right. And back then, people were actively
Molded
smoking.
by it.
Yeah. Yes.
I was smoking.
Yes. You think filth is your ally? I was born in it. Molded by it. I didn't see cleanliness till I was already a man.
And by then it was annoying.
Yeah.
Damn. You are trying to get out of the pit right now.
Yeah.
That's kind of where you're at.
Yeah, you have the rope around your waist.
Yeah. I got to take the rope off.
That's right.
That's the key
That's right.
to getting out of the
Rope's
pit,
slowing
to
you
making the
down.
jump.
Yep.
Yeah.
And this new place does sound pretty swanky.
It's going to be nice. It's going to be real nice. Urbandale Ranch House.
Chateau Magraine.
Mm-hmm. More, I'm outnumbered by Mulhollands, 3-1. So,
Mole grains.
yes.
Old
So,
grain.
should I say their last name on the? I don't know. Be our last name. Whatever.
Well.
Here they come.
Yeah. It's gonna be good. Pretty close to El Rodeo, also. So,
Ooh.
I'm gonna be a chip boy for a while. Because we do a lot. Currently, we do a lot of the Dam Pub and Beaver Tap.
Both good.
Yeah, both pretty good. I will say I have burgers always being double. I'm not a fan of
For the forced double.
the forced 2 quarter pound, like the restaurant double. I'm like, this is too much double.
It's hard to get your.
Yeah, and then then your constant napkins
Yeah.
just it's oozing all over you. Like I want a single at a restaurant, please. Not at a sit down restaurant is what I mean.
Yeah.
Not at a fast food place. I would like a double. But even
Give me 6
Bebop's,
of them.
I'd rather have 2 singles than a double.
Yeah. We have addressed that. We have talked about
We
this.
have.
1 hamburger, 1 cheeseburger.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
AJ understands me.
Oh, I do. I've been listening to these stories for many years.
You learn the way.
Yeah,
Single burger
I'm
patty.
still shocked that you're leaving that place. I mean, 20 years is a long time.
buddy.
That there's going to be like a geo carbon footprint of you.
Yeah, when
that,
you actually
like
leave
Chernobyl.
the house, I'll be in my house and I'll be like,
You'll feel a disturbance in the force.
what's happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see like
I
a flock
sense
of
it is
birds fly
Yeah.
off a tree for some reason.
Did I hear 2 children's lungs clearing up?
Yeah.
Uh,
A baby's ashy knees.
I mean, it's clean, but I think there is. I don't know that you can clean
Tar.
the out
The
of
toxins.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that'll be good. Also,
It will be good for the baby.
lots of good. There's many good things in the house. I mean, once Sarah moved in, my house was like, you know what?
Let's get the
I've been
hell outta
standing here long enough. yeah. It's like on the verge of collapsing. So, like, a piece of the wall came out, the ceiling leaked, the fucking gutter fell off, the tree was trying to break the house at all times.
That's a lot.
It was like, yeah,
one
the
family.
universe being like, get the fuck out of here, and I was like, no. So now we're getting out.
Damn you, universe.
Yes.
Why doesn't the universe pack your shit up? You
That's
know?
what I'm saying.
Fair's fair. This whole thing wasn't your idea. It was the
That's what-
universe.
Yeah, it's hard. I have access to vans also with my job, and
Access to
you know,
vans.
it's like, and
you
Sarah's
should write
like,
that in your resume.
yeah. Access to vans, I will. If I have a resume, like I won't have access anymore. Then, hey,
I used
got,
to have access
I got
to
a new
vans.
job. Could I borrow some vans, please?
I'll be right back with him. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I'll leave my wallet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Here's my Nintendo Switch for collateral.
yeah,
I'll bring the van back.
Everly's.
Right.
It's Everly's Switch now, basically.
Right. I just got this gig with the Patriot Front.
That sounds like me.
Yeah.
It's different kind of moving
Yes.
truck.
It's more of a movement.
Yeah. One might say.
Yeah. And we won, so I'm on the right side of history, I think, you know?
I guess they were all cruising in U-Hauls or a U-Haul.
Yeah, a U-Haul,
A U-Haul.
which U-Haul saw, and people were like, don't get mad at U-Haul. And then they're like, well, actually, you broke the terms of the agreement hauling human beings in the back of a U-Haul. Yeah.
Pretty funny that a bunch of guys that hate illegals just got transported like a bunch of
I know.
Yeah. Also, yeah, big balls on you guys that have to wear masks.
I know.
Can't do it for disease, but if you got to
Yeah.
hide yourself for
Well, it seemed like a
being
bunch of
hateful.
people from like South Dakota and stuff. Like
Oh, is
weird.
it?
At least like that was some of the stuff
yeah.
I was seeing was that I don't know if all of them, but some amount where all these people from not even this state, almost like a band, like they're just coming into your town,
Yeah.
like setting up a little show.
Yeah, those things are all bought and paid for by national organizations. This is an organized thing. It's not
Yeah.
like a bunch of dipshits from Iowa got a U-Haul and march around like a bunch of morons.
Yeah, at first I didn't know. I was just seeing these pictures, and I was like, "There's Nazis in the East Village." I was like, "Damn!" Like I didn't know there
Yeah.
was enough around to really
There's not,
get it going. And then, so when I saw that, yeah, it was sort of this roving band of literally like an indie band, kind of touring around.
I wonder if they met up somewhere, and I assume they met up somewhere and then got in the U-Haul.
All right,
Of course they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all had.
we're
to
gonna
hop
meet
in-
up.
I mean, they
outside
didn't
of home
drive
to
here
do it.
from South Dakota in the back of a U-Haul is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
we're gonna meet up in the parking lot of Michael's.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
I need to get a couple frames.
Yeah, pretty weird.
Yeah, I was shocked to see it in my own fine city.
That's the point.
But something cool that's coming to the city, May 3rd, UFC.
Oh,
It's
Yes,
coming.
I have to go.
Damn.
We
Yes.
gotta go.
That's my planned. That's what I want to do for my birthday.
oh,
I
I'll
was
go
rid-
for your birthday.
Yeah.
Only for that reason, though.
Yes.
I mean, I
No,
would go
that's it.
either way.
And he's got some packing he's trying to dodge as well.
Right. Yeah, see if I can put that off till June.
I know I got at least one excuse in May. So.
Yeah.
But it's amazing. I really didn't think I would see it for maybe another 5+ years.
I've been waiting for it forever
Yeah, I
because
guess
I mean I was the mecca of wrestling.
Yeah.
The MMA has a lot of roots in Iowa.
Mhm.
I don't know what took them so long.
We used to be pumping out the MMA guys.
Because I know they'd done Kansas City, but I figured I would see Omaha, something like that. I was sort of shocked. Like, I mean, the wrestling base definitely helps, maybe politically too. I know they sort of lean a little right, and Kimmy.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe
that's-
there's
that's-
incentive there.
Could be.
But I was very excited. I couldn't believe it that they
Yeah.
were actually coming here, just because to see a live event. Their production looks pretty sweet.
yeah, I have to see that.
Guess what's coming in June?
What?
Sarah bought me tickets for it, and I said we're probably gonna bring AJ to this. She's like, yeah, that makes sense. Modest Mouse at Bel Air.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I did see that.
Yeah.
Very excited. We
We'll bring
threatened it one
Alex.
time. Yeah.
He can wear earbuds.
I'll stand in the back,
Yeah.
shake my head.
Ooh. Yeah, I have
Uh,
a few other friends that sound like they might be going, so that'd be sweet.
Yeah.
I would love to see it.
Be my third or fourth time seeing him. I
Lucky
think third,
duck.
probably. Yeah. One time he was so drunk he was like he wasn't even there. Yeah.
Who?
Isaac Brock, the lead singer.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean he still did pretty well, but
yeah.
making the crowd sing like almost everything. And
Oh, you
the
know
well-known
things are not
song.
going well at the concert
Yeah.
when like one line in their song they're like, "Sing it." And
Yeah.
they're like, "We don't." Okay, and then
Yeah.
like, "You sing it." You just can't sing it, bro.
No.
You're
Yeah,
just
they only sing the lowest part on
Yeah.
the verse. Then they're like,
yeah.
all right, here comes the high note.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
the worst.
Yeah.
You can do that a couple of times. but
Yeah.
You can't do it more than a couple times.
Or you do the
Otherwise-
Eddie Money, where you're like, I sold 10 million albums.
Oh, he was fucking drunk and amazing.
He was nailing it.
Oh man.
He was just feeling a
so
little
fun.
forlorn
Yeah.
about
Yep. Sold 9 million albums playing fucking Des Moines, Iowa. Like, yep.
That's right, bud.
We're
Now
all
sing
excited.
shaking.
Yeah.
Now sing it, Eddie. Get out there and sing it.
Do it.
I told you, yeah.
Shaking.
When my friend of mine, my former coworker, saw him outside of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Museum, the Eddie Money, and he was like,
Edward
"Are you?"
Money.
He's like, "Are you Eddie Money?" He's like, "Yeah, yeah." Like, should have called me Eddie. Should have saved his money. I was like, "That's pretty good, Eddie Money.
Yeah.
Pretty good." Now he's Deady Money. Yeah.
Poor fella.
Yeah, a few years ago. I did listen to Shakin'
A lot.
a lot after he died.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I remember Shaking being a big one.
yep,
Right up there with Perry Mason.
yep.
The was it
That
Sabbath
was
or
a
was
big.
it Ozzy?
That was just Ozzy.
Yeah.
That was Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah, I remember being fucked up on an edible at Alex's house.
Yes,
And
yeah.
I think Perry Mason was played 45 times.
Oh
that
yeah,
night.
we were pissing Angela off that day.
Just kept queuing it up.
Let's just get that right back in.
Yeah, yeah.
Toll was amazed.
I
He's,
couldn't
It's
fucking believe
about
it.
the show, Perry Mason.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe I'd known that song for as long as I knew it.
I know our minds
And
were
had
literally-
no idea the entire time that he was saying Perry Mason. And I still didn't until I did a Facebook status update about Perry Mason. And a dude I know was like, not a bad Ozzy Osbourne song either. And I was like, what the fuck is he talking about?
What you talking about?
And then I fucking looked that up and I was like, I know this song. And I've known it my whole life. Yeah. And they even talk about like a fucking runway. I don't know, but kid, it fit the modern day show so well that it was.
Yeah,
It's also just a good song, you know.
it does slap,
It does.
especially
That was the whole thing.
Yep.
Slapped so hard he didn't even know it was about the
That's right.
1950s TV show.
That's
Perry
right.
Mason.
Yes.
And the name of the song
Yeah.
was Perry Mason.
Yeah. Who can we get on the case? You guys know the rest.
It's a classic.
All right.
Was there I mean, Was he just fucked up on?
It sounds like
on drugs.
like
It was like
because we
8
kind of dug
seasons.
in, and it was just like he had thought about it, and that's what they wrote.
Barry
Him and
Mason's
Zach
a good
Wilde.
show.
Yeah, It's
Sharon.
about he's a detective. He's a lawyer. Yeah,
I just fucking loved the show.
yeah,
That may have been it.
yeah,
Different times.
for real. Truly, you think they'd make a reality show now about an aging rock star that's alcoholic and on pills the whole time? I don't think they
I
would.
don't think they would get
Like,
too far.
we
They
maybe should help this guy
they
whose
wouldn't-
brain doesn't
They
work.
definitely wouldn't get 6 seasons out of it.
Yeah.
yeah.
It'd be like 2 episodes. You'd be
Yeah.
like,
Instead
Yeah.
of being
guy
like,
have
let's
Parkinson's?
exploit. Yes.
Yeah. Let's put a
Let's
little
exploit the
Seinfeld
addict.
bass behind
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, he was damn funny when he was fucked up though.
Yeah.
I like they didn't key anybody into the fact that he was completely fucked up.
when was that show on? 2006, 2004.
Yeah, that
definitely in
sounds.
that era.
Yeah,
It's that. So that was 20 years ago.
yeah,
and that would be unthinkable now. Like we saw Ozzy Osbourne. He was out of his gourd the whole time,
Yeah.
just out of it,
Yeah.
physically.
and they would straight
mentally,
up say that it
and
wasn't.
that was the
due-
main joke, and
Yeah.
everyone was just like, "Look at Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah.
That guy's fucked up.
Yeah,
Hilarious.
yeah,
The end.
yes,
No more.
yeah.
That's it. We loved it.
yes,
7 seasons.
all
of
of America,
Yeah.
man.
whatever. Yes, it was took the nation by storm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Everyone loved it. Where now it'd be like, you can't.
yeah.
It'd
you
be a
have to
scandal.
help this guy.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yes.
Yeah, kind of would.
yeah.
I think Sharon Osbourne's probably like a arch villain in the musical business of the last
Yeah.
40 or 50 years.
That's
I think
probably true.
there's a lot of skeletons in her old closet. Oh yeah, that's right. Kelly
Was she
Osbourne.
playing the racetrack or what?
She's married to one of the Slipknot dudes.
Oh, interesting.
Huh. Yeah, because they even had some, I feel like, spin-off shows. Kelly and Jack, I think,
Yeah.
maybe.
He had a
Son?
ghost hunting show.
Oh, really?
Jack Osbourne did.
Uh-huh. It might still be on. It's been on for a long. It's one. It's like probably 10 seasons. of it.
Oh man.
Damn.
Basically, it's like Ghost Adventures, but it's Jack Osbourne.
Yeah.
That's the move, is to, like, get a show like that where it's not so popular that everyone cares, but you're clocking, like, a cool 160 grand a year.
Yeah.
And you just, like, live in Vegas.
It's
That would be
whatever.
amazing.
Yeah.
90,000 people are watching your TV show on the Travel Network.
That's
I've
right.
been banking on that with this podcast for like 8 years
Yeah,
now.
same.
we need an angle. It's time to start ghost hunting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I see every
I've been
podcast-
waiting my whole life for that moment.
It's time to get on pills.
If you're, we should have all been modest celebrities before we started the podcast. That's the key.
Shit.
It is
We
helpful.
fucked up.
Yeah.
Just
She.
3 D-listers doing a podcast.
D-list Des Moines celebrities,
Well, yeah,
which is the Z-list of life.
yeah. It's more. We're getting into numbers there, like negative ones, probably.
Yeah.
We'll keep chipping away, though.
That's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
TLC will come knocking one of these
It's
days.
a matter of time.
I've been skipping
That or
the news.
VH1.
I just keep.
Those are our
listening-
best bets. Yeah.
I keep listening to How Did This Get Made? Thinking about Let's Ruin Our Childhood, Alex.
Mm-hmm.
What
I
was
know.
Let's Ruin Our Childhood?
Oh, an old
Oh,
podcast
kids.
Where
That
Alex
was-
and I got as drunk as we possibly could while breaking down a movie in great detail.
Granular detail.
Yes.
Imagine Toll and I blackout drunk talking about Short Circuit in granular
Yeah.
detail
For 4 hours.
Yeah.
for a good 3 hours.
Yeah.
Sounds great, doesn't it?
Yep.
It's still out there.
Yeah.
It is.
You can download the episodes.
You have to turn your
right
radio
now.
up
Yeah.
a little bit. But
Give it a listen. Yeah, I was there.
Yeah,
Not
AJ's
on mic,
yeah.
I don't think, but like just
You
sort of
witnessed a
in-
few.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like in the background of a
Yeah.
couple nucular fights that went down
Yeah.
over Batman and I think Bill and Ted's.
Bill and Ted's
yeah.
Bogus Journey.
yeah, that-
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
good times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember when that podcast first started coming out, I was like, these guys are gonna make it.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that's the other. I googled or like
make it.
when I'm listening to how did this get
Looking to
made,
hitch my wagon to YouTube.
Yeah.
and I'll like IMDb the trivia for the movie that they're talking about, and they're part of the trivia on every movie they've talked about, like featured on episode whatever of how did this get made. I'm like, what the fuck? That's pretty cool for them. Also, the local Cedar Rapids podcast, Something Breakfast, Confused Breakfast, is a movie podcast that started after ours.
I want to talk about
But the main guy that started is from the Pork Tornadoes or something. So he's got that D-list Iowa celebrity thing going for him, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the real answer is I need to start drinking again.
That's what you take from all that.
If my
bit of a stretch.
calculation,
I wouldn't be complaining about packing then, you know? I'd just be
Yeah,
beating
right.
the kids and making Sarah do it. No. I never beat anyone drunk.
yourself maybe.
Himself.
Yep.
Borderline manslaughter. No, I don't think. I don't think going the Aussie route in that way is for us.
No.
That ship sailed. I'm afraid.
We were already there.
Yeah,
That was our route.
we were Aussie Osbourne.
Yes.
Double drunk.
Yes.
Okay, let's not forget that.
So
That
we
is a
did-
good point.
We
Yeah.
did try that.
That's
Yeah,
a
we
real
did.
good point.
Yeah.
That was the key. I remember doing that. I forget the name of it, but Paul Privateer has Dungeons and Dragons podcast.
Yeah, and Des Moines and Dragons.
Yeah. Shortly after a breakup, and I don't think he expected me to drink quite as much as I did. And then he's like, "Can we do that again?" I was like, "Play a whole game of Dungeons and Dragons while I drink an entire bottle of gin or whatever the fuck it was?" No. Like the recording didn't work. I was like, "Yeah, I'm not doing that again."
Yeah.
Good stuff.
I almost forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had like a whole cooler of booze. I was like, I mean, I guess we put off a certain impression.
Yeah. Yeah. And met it.
Yeah.
With
We
Vickers.
didn't back down from the challenge.
No.
So this is just like to take, right? This booze here. I can just drink this. You want me to? Okay.
Yes.
I mean, if you put it out,
Yeah.
it'd be crazy not to.
Different. It feels like a lifetime ago.
It does. Truly.
Mm.
Yeah.
Everything. It's, yeah. Things that are 15 years old seem new. Things that are a year old seem old. I don't know what the fuck is going on, you know?
Yeah.
It's almost as if we live in crazy times.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Perhaps.
We do live in crazy times. As we all know, anyone who's watched this, I did relapse on the vape a few times,
Yeah.
Oh.
and I'm almost 2 days off.
How's that
Almost.
Almost.
The first, it's so hard to not ask to hit the vape. It's so hard. The first day was the worst. It always is.
Of
course.
Because it's more the habit of it. You're just used to having it, you know? It's like
Yeah.
a little security blanket, little binky. You can just kind
Mhm.
of pop in.
That's 75% of the whole thing.
I know.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you can tell too much in the cameras, but I got roughly 45 new zits. Just kind of like, I don't know if it was, I think it was the vape mixed with eating almost exclusively gas station food, I imagine. I got like steroid user level acne, and all I had to do was ruin my own life.
Oh, perfect.
That's all it took.
What do you
Yeah.
think?
I think it was
is
a
what
little
you
bit
think?
of. I do think I am fighting off some pretty good seasonal depression, pretty much post the show at Valair to now, especially, and then the Dave news and some other stuff. I was pretty stressed. I was like, Dave's gonna die. The show sucked. It didn't suck, but whatever. I didn't.
Both of those aren't true.
Yes, but but I was sort of feeling some type of way. But then, so then, you know, the vape kind of came into the picture, and
Make all your worries go away. You know?
kind of did for a while, but then it started, like I had said before, where I was like, it was making it almost worse because I'd wake up and go, and then I'd watch America's Got Talent auditions or whatever, start crying and shit.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
this isn't how to start the day. You know, this ain't like a cup of Joe. But
Sort of, but in a bad way.
yeah. But I think, you know, just throwing off maybe my hormones and stuff. But I don't know if you can see just like this weird, like, and it's not the white head kind of acne. It's like this deep, like cystic almost,
yeah,
you
that's
know?
what I.
Or it
yeah.
doesn't pop. It like just is this
That's what we were
pound,
talking about last week. You get
Yeah.
those deep ones.
like the back zit, but on my face,
Right. yeah.
which is not
face
a good,
knee
Yeah.
or
yeah.
acne.
Yeah.
You don't want a like shoulder blade level zit on your face.
No.
Ideally,
No.
you don't.
Luckily, I have 6 to 7. But it's yeah, you know, just a little gas station eating. Judging off the amount of roller items I'm having is kind of like, that's a good kind of meter for how my life's going. If I'm eating a lot of gas,
MEAT.
yeah.
Yeah.
Not me, baby. Roller item a day, and I don't go to the doctor ever.
That's the old saying.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Delicious jalapeno cheddar sausage, some coleslaw on it. Back on that, baby. Blueberry muffin. Mhm.
Yes. How many taquitos are you today?
Oh,
Ooh, yeah.
I'd rather not say.
Oh, yeah. Are you the happy or the sad taquito?
taquitos. What
I
do
love
you,
'em.
What do you go for? Cheesy
Yeah.
pepper jack?
I was eating a lot of frozen pizzas, and then so basically I would start the day where I was like, all right, AJ, today is the day you're eating healthy, buddy. Just like you promised yourself last night you would do.
Yep.
After not
Here we
eating.
are.
Yeah.
Here we are, bud.
The day's arrived.
Yep.
Time to be healthy
Showtime.
again. Then I wouldn't eat. I would vape for probably 3 hours straight, you know, looking through social media, almost panic-stricken, being like, but, you know, not being able to look away, and the nicotine kind of fueling that of being like,
It's a real 1-2 punch.
It is, yeah.
Scrolling and nicotine, scrolling and vaping.
it just felt like I was like, they were piling in, and then it's like, okay, no, I'm off TikTok now. I'm getting off of it. But then I'd be like, but I haven't checked Insta yet today. Then I'd start going down that.
Oh, wait. Facebook notification? Okay.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Just an invite to a group I didn't ask to be a part
Yeah.
of. Cool.
Facebook does suck now.
Yes.
It's
Congrats.
worthless.
I mean, it's all people you don't care about. Not necessarily.
Never heard of.
But it's also like, oh, every notification I get is like somebody liked something else that someone posted, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
do you like that?
Yeah, why are you telling me this? Facebook?
Yeah. Your
You
ex-social
shithead.
studies teacher liked something
Yeah.
in a white supremacist group.
Yeah. Like, oh.
Cool.
I actually don't like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd rather not know.
But basically, I would, vape until I was already behind the 8 ball food-wise, where I was, you know what I'm saying, where you're like, oh, shit, I should
I
have
waited
actually
too
eaten.
long.
Yeah, I should have eaten
Oh,
2
yeah.
hours ago. Now I'm like starving, so then that's when I'd hit the gas station, slice of pizza, then I would get the little can of Fritos nacho cheese dip,
Oh,
which
right.
is more for like a bag of chips.
Yeah, but you get it for the pizza?
I peel that
You're like,
off.
I'm a bit of
dunk
a
it-
bag of chips myself.
Yes. Bag of shit chips.
Oh,
Kettle
man.
cooked shit chips, as a matter of fact. But yeah, dip that in
Nacho
there.
cheese for your pizza.
It's great.
That's pretty fucking genius.
Dunk it right in. And
I
then
can't argue with that.
with a side of spicy nacho Doritos was usually my thing. I would do between that and then sour cream and onion Lay's because that's a deadly combination.
Would
as
you
well.
save enough cheese to put your chips in there too?
Oh yeah, with the
Okay.
with the Doritos for sure. The Lay's, that's a different story.
Yeah, that is a little bit.
I
always
might
wonder,
pivot.
like, what the fuck are they making that the canned nacho cheese? What is that made of? I mean, they say it's cheese, but like,
Cheese products.
yeah, it doesn't get it
Liquid
just, like,
plastic.
stays liquefied. Yeah,
Yeah, there can't be too much cheese in it if the expiration date is 2055.
Right. Yes. Yeah.
So I'd eat that and then usually chase it with a share size, but I wasn't sharing. Bag of wild berry Skittles.
Damn.
So that's lunch.
Yeah.
That's lunch, but should have been breakfast.
Lunch of champions.
Yes. And then I'm like, all
Should
right.
have been breakfast either.
Yeah.
It shouldn't have been anything.
Yes. And then probably like a ruby red squirt actually too, because I didn't even think about the drink yet. So not a great start. And then from there,
Yeah. And later, you're so unhealthy that night you also have a ruby red squirt.
That's right. Maybe make a stop at Ted's Coney Island for a euro and onion rings.
Yeah.
And I would guess 95 cc's of nicotine liquid, throughout the day in between all that. Definitely, mood swings abound.
Your body's just like, what are you doing, buddy?
Yeah.
What are you even doing right now?
And that's like, because I have some pimple patch. Shout out to pimple patches. They really do help. Those little like kind of seed. You can probably see it a little.
Yeah, I see them now.
They basically just help you from like picking them and stuff, but it really helps. But shout out those because it's such a weird. It's like I am the canvas of my bad choices, and this is
They're all ripped, large across your face.
like a scarlet R, or whatever. Or whatever. What is it?
And for nacho cheese.
Yeah. Whatever.
The famous
From the
book, The
book.
Scarlet R.
Hester Prynne.
We all remember the Scarlet R.
Yeah.
Yes.
What does the A stand for?
Adulterer.
Adulterer.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'd have a Scarlet R, and I'm not going to say what the
That's what I thought he was going for. I assume that's why Shiloh laughed.
Scarlet R.
You don't know. You don't want to know what that means. Yes. But it's like a physical manifestation. I guess eating is physical and everything else, but it's weird when you just got to wear it, walking around with pimps.
Oh, yeah.
like
Yeah.
that.
No, I mean, you stop drinking for any long period of time, 5-6 weeks, a couple months, everyone looks different.
Yeah.
You stop eating a whole bunch of salty garbage food, you'll look. I mean, it's.
What do
you are
think
what
will
you
happen?
eat. Like we've all heard that, but we're all a little rough looking because we're just. I mean, that's the American diet is
It's a lot
gas
of
station
Skittles.
food and bullshit.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we all
Not a
look
lot
like,
of water in there either. Never as
know,
much as I should.
This is my cup of the week
There we, yeah, they're good.
of water.
Yeah.
It's replenishing.
Yeah.
That's all you need. You're good to go.
Yeah. When you wake up in the morning and your piss
Yes.
looks like apple juice, you're like, hey, great.
All right, it's all coming
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Really
Well-balanced
filtering
diet.
that diet Dr. Choice.
Yeah.
Diet.
Yeah.
Because my soda believes women should have the right to choose, Alec.
Yeah.
While also being on a diet.
Yeah.
Well, I expect that also.
Yeah. My
Being
body's giving
canceled for that
my
one.
face push notifications.
Well, I say 2 Trump winning elections in a row, but my back broke out like nobody's biz. It's kind of insane, actually.
I used to get real bad back knee when Shiloh was first starting her body work stuff. She could probably tell you it used to be fucked up, right?
I would never tell you that. I would never say that.
No, but it was.
It's like a HIPAA violation.
Like when I was still. When
I was
yeah.
wearing goggles.
Yeah. It's yeah. Hazmat.
No.
No, but it would just be like this, like inflamed, like pores and stuff. Back when I
Yeah.
was running the club, just from stress and everything.
Yeah.
And then stress, almost all like the first thing I go to, especially now that I don't have booze and stuff, is food. Because
Yeah.
it's like I don't have the vape.
Dude,
What do you run to?
lately my full blown, like all with the exception of my constant vaping, but I quit smoking, don't drink, and the 6 weeks of being off work, I was like, and however long before that, Sarah was pregnant, I was like, I can just eat whatever I want and do whatever I want, and it's like
Good rule.
I kept it. I went back to work, so I shed a little weight at first, I think, but I had to like set a date for eating garbage where I'm like, you got to eat less garbage after this date. and then I keep setting it, and then I'm like, well,
That's a Tuesday.
yeah, I can't do that.
Why stop on a Tuesday? We'll say
yeah.
Friday.
Yeah.
Friday's the beginning of the weekend.
Yeah,
Sunday, that's the first day of the week.
that's right.
On and on you go.
I'll eat this pint of ice cream and this whole box of graham crackers, and that'll be it.
No
and tomorrow, no more.
No more.
I'll never think about it again.
And then I'm like,
The end.
oh, somebody brought giant cinnamon rolls to work. I guess I start tomorrow. Darn it.
I already had 7 cinnamon rolls, so
Yeah.
now I can have
You know,
2 more bags of cereal.
that's exactly I'm like, you already did it, so fuck it. Who cares?
Yeah, you start to lump in the whole day versus containing it to that one thing. Yeah, that's very much my mentality with it, and I was enjoying it. But I like when my self-sabotage doesn't manifest to my moneymaker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's when it was a bridge too far.
Right.
When I became a pizza face.
That's a bit much.
I wouldn't even
Yeah.
notice, buddy.
It's mainly like I can feel them, and they're just the deep, like painful ones.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
where normally it's like just from sweating or whatever, getting one every once in a while, nothing out of the ordinary. But I could tell this time it was something was wrong.
Plus, queso cheese was coming out of them.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right. Yeah.
Nachos.
Perfect for my pizza.
Yeah. my back's been great pretty much ever since. But it's weird, how it'll, I mean, how you treat it, how you're feeling can.
It
come
sucks
out.
that people are like, just exercise a little bit and eat a good diet. That's all you need to do. And you're like, no, I'll take pills and fuck around.
Yeah.
And I can, dance around it and try and, it's like, no, the answer is, it's right there. It's always been the same thing. Eat a sensible diet, get a decent amount of exercise, and you'll be fine.
I think it might be kratom I need to take.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah.
Maybe a little Delta 9 or whatever.
That'll smooth the edges
Yeah.
out, and then I'll be on my way.
Now we're talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, this Pringles can just vanished.
Well, dude, I don't know if you guys remember this, but after the baby was born for like 2 or 3 weeks, I straight up looked like I had measles. Like I was covered in my whole upper half of my body was covered in tiny little red dots.
Allergic to being a dad.
I was just, my body was like, you said this was not part of the plan, my brain kept saying. And I was like, yes, it was. It's like, and then it manifested.
And then
into,
Toll stepped out of his own body. I won't do this. Like a fucking cicada.
Breaking out of my crystals.
I won't. You'll do this, but I won't.
Yeah. It was truly crazy how,
Yeah, stress. I mean,
You
stress.
can lose hair, all sorts of shit.
Stress and things like that. Negativity, bad, like feeling bad, affects me more physically than mentally. Like I'll feel it in my body,
Yeah.
and I can function normally, like on a mental, emotional level, but my body will get all fucked up because I'm stressed out about stuff.
Oh, yeah.
oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I can see photos from different eras of my life, and I'm like, yeah, you're fat and stressed in that one. aren't you?" Most definitely. Yeah. It's something maybe I would be able to see better because I know myself, but I'm like, yeah, that was a bad era, things like that. But
When
sometimes
you're all sweaty with red eyes, like that was not a good time.
looking a little bloated there. My friend.
I don't. I'm like, why was I better looking as a chain smoking drunk?
It was a house of cards.
yeah. Oh well, because I had a whole tooth probably.
Yeah.
That must have been it.
But Daddy
Should've
doesn't go
seen
to
me
the
with
dentist
the
either. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I lost a whole tooth to I think that was for
The
my,
game.
my smoking game probably, but
Yeah.
the other one back here cost me a pretty
That's
penny
right where you
as well.
stuck your cigarette.
Yep,
right in
pretty
that
much.
tooth.
I think that's what the dentist said is because I would smoke like driving on this side, and you suck it through like the teeth back there, and I think it just whistled by like a stream.
That
just
tooth
kinda-
was in flavor country.
Yeah, exactly. Just smoke on either side of it, kind of going by.
Like a wind tunnel.
Yep. Just eating it away. Now I just have a hole there.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll get a nice little vampire tooth there eventually.
Get a
we get
fang in the
Goldie?
back of your mouth.
Yeah, a Goldie would be sweet.
A gold
Yeah.
fang. Ooh, now we're talking.
A fang in the back. I don't think that would work out too great.
We're gonna
Make a
find
tusk
out.
then. Make a tusk that comes out.
Yes. like a wild boar.
Yeah.
Make it way worse.
I talked about the. Oh yes, Alex, your photo wall picture looks great. At your
Yeah.
black cat.
Ugh.
That's a massive wall of photos.
I know, it's crazy. I asked people to bring framed photos in of their cats, and I'm like, we'll have a little corner of the shop that has all their photos, and it'll be cute like the other shop. And then I got several hundred photos, and I'm like, please, no more photos. And I spent like the last week and like working on something, like, all right, hang some more. Work on something, hang more. Finally got them all up today. I like 400 and some goddamn
Damn.
pictures.
Yeah, it looked like it's a big wall.
Oh, I thought you just wanted black cats,
I did.
but people were just sending all their cats. That's why I never sent you a
Don't get me
picture.
started.
I never sent you my cats.
I've said,
Had I
please
known.
send my call was send framed photos of your black cats. We'll put them on the wall. We'll give you some ice cream. We'll hang them up. I mean, when you think of a black cat, what image comes to mind? Is it a cat that is black? Because that's what I think about. But a lot of people have other ideas, and they also have other ideas of what a frame is. But but by and large, it was,
And a cat.
Yeah, right.
Like, what
This
the hell
is
is
just
this?
a Polaroid of Toll's penis.
Oh, I tried to disguise it.
Not even in a frame.
Yeah. I put cat ears on it and everything.
Funny enough, that's what my little note here on the thing. I was gonna sneak in my own picture. I was gonna spray paint myself black, staple some whiskers to my face, and then pose in a litter box naked, and see how long it took for people to notice.
That would be
I'll put
pretty
it up.
great.
If I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing I would, you know me, I would love to do that because
Yeah.
there's, again, hundreds of photos across the long wall you would walk past as you come into the shop.
Yeah.
I would love to put that photo up, AJ. I think we should do it.
I think it's gonna go
Nice.
up.
because most people won't even see it.
That's what
hundreds
you
of
see how long it takes for him to spot AJ in a litter box and my dick. Yeah.
Mommy, what kind of kitty is that? Oh, it's a very sick kid. You don't know.
Yeah.
Local ice cream shop accused of sex crimes today. Whoops. Yes.
Yeah. Move over, Pizzagate. We got ice cream gate
We
now.
got
Mm.
That wall is sick, though. I'm very excited to see it in person.
something.
So it sounds like some people were trying to it has a black spot, so
Very much so.
people.
Is there? I mean, I
Pushing
assume, is there like orange cats? Is there all?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. People didn't get that. Well, there's a couple where I'm like, this is a tortoise cat. There's not even any black on it. It's a sort of dark cat.
Yeah.
After you've hung 75,000 of them, you get one of those, you're like, "Ah." But
Do you still hang it?
I did actually, because I put the best. I started. I'm like, I'm doing all the people that follow the rules are going on first. So the mid section of the wall is all people that follow the rules, and the ones that fill out above and below are
The cheaters.
people that don't understand what constitutes as a black cat.
And the naked dudes dressed as cats are in the bathroom.
Yeah, that's right.
On
On the
the
urinal
ceiling.
cake.
No, black cat has a whole wall. We have the whole wall urinal with ice in the bottom. That's what we're
Oh,
doing.
yum.
Trough.
That's where you get the slushies.
Yeah.
I know I'm old because I haven't been anywhere in a while to see an ice trough in a fucking men's
Yeah.
bathroom. That's when you know
Yeah.
you're at a club for underage people.
Right.
The old piss trough.
They used to have those at the fair by the grandstand too.
Hmm.
I don't think they have those anymore. I remember being a little kid and being like, "There's a lot of men's giant penises."
Yeah.
I was like, "How do I-"
Hanging over
on
ice.
my tiptoes, trying
Yeah.
to piss in the trough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why the ice? Is the ice some sort of?
I think it's so it splashes
Smell,
less.
maybe,
Yeah,
too.
and then it'll slowly flush it down as it melts.
It
you know?
dilutes the piss
Yeah.
into
Mm.
cold piss water.
Cold, delicious piss.
Yeah. It's like Gatorade
It
mix.
goes.
You
It
gotta
would
mix
go
it.
right into a pipe, and they'll go right into Stierenstein, and they
Yes.
serve it back to people.
Uh,
Stierenstein's gone, so
that's right. What is it?
dunk on them.
Goes right to the lemonade stands.
Yes.
Bradford's delicious ice cold piss. Sorry, Bradford's. Huh? Bradford. I went to high school with one of the Bradfords.
Oh man.
Yeah.
It's a good. I mean, from what I don't know if we've talked about it on here before, but it sounds like people make like the whole year's nut.
My sister knew a dude that did two. He did the Minnesota State Fair and the Iowa State Fair, selling gizmos or I don't know, some kind of meat sandwich. That was all he did. 6 figures a year.
Well, yeah.
Two state fairs.
The Stierenstein was a
They weren't paying their
bar.
bills.
They did food too.
Yeah, I think
But it was it wasn't even that big. I mean, just I don't know, a state fair building with a bar restaurant, very popular, kind of on the main strip. And they ended up getting booted because they weren't, I think, paying their employees and paying taxes. And I mean,
Two pretty.
but
important
anyways,
things.
in the information that came out, it said that they made $1.2 million during the fair.
Wow.
yeah. I mean, you're
What's
guaranteed.
that? 2 weeks? Less than 2 weeks? About 2 weeks?
It's not even. It's 10 days.
Yeah, 10
Yeah,
days.
yeah.
So maybe 2 weeks with prep or whatever.
Right.
Oh, just the logistics of selling $1.2 million of food and drink
Right.
in 10 days
Of
is
piss Gatorade.
mind-bending.
I mean, the amount. Of try. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we deliver to the fair, and you had to go a van load of craft beer, or one or two every single day.
Oh, I think it'd be more than once.
Well, that's just craft beer. I mean, when you get into like Bud and Bud Light
Oh,
and all
yeah.
that shit, it's
Oh, yeah, the
pretty
big pee tube
outrageous.
from the bathroom goes right into that Bud
yeah.
tent.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
It's me drinking pee. I don't know if you guys knew that.
Have you ever tasted it?
Tasted pee?
Like your own piss or anything?
Not on purpose. I don't think so. I did.
That wasn't the question.
when I really. Yeah.
What would be not on purpose?
I did pee on my own face once.
Famously.
Mm-hmm.
That was a pissing contest, correct?
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't, but it was. Yes, that's true. That's 100% true. That
Yeah,
story is.
Trying to piss up a fence higher and higher,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Trying to outpiss my buddy up a fence. Then I peed on my own face. If you've ever seen me do comedy, you've heard that joke. And if you've ever seen me do comedy more than once, you probably heard it more than once. Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. Oh, you're all right. I'm trying to. Nothing interesting happened today. Usually I got something of interest on any given day, but today, nothing.
Nothing. I wrote some notes because I did want to talk about your moving, which we've already done.
Mm-hmm.
But a few times I did some moves with girlfriends, and it taught me, other than the fact that it taught me that moving is very stressful, and it's actually, other than maybe going on a vacation, it's one of the best tests of a relationship is the move.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
And it taught me an all-time tactic.
Uh-oh.
If you want, if you are to get in a fight, which will likely happen if you're moving, if you want to get in a fight but not completely ruin the relationship as a man, the best thing to do to catch them off guard is, if you are to say a bad word, like instead of saying like bitch or something like that, if you want to throw them for a whirl, you use like a guy insult. So you call them like a dickhead.
Oh, yeah.
They don't know what to
Smooth.
do.
Yeah.
They don't know what to do. It's crazy. It works every time. Because they always think you're going to say something like bitch.
Yeah.
You know, because that's like the default bad guy thing to say. But if you call them like a douchebag,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like an insult that they would more likely hear between two guys.
Yeah.
Then I don't know. It short wires something in their head.
Nice. I'm gonna drop a lot of R's and F's.
Yeah. That's some of my great advice for the day.
But luckily, we hired movers too.
Oh, you did?
I thought you said you wouldn't do that.
I am not that. I'm saying I wouldn't hire like that's not my.
Gotcha.
I wouldn't do that, but we did. She did, and then she's like, "Hey, do you mind paying for half?" I was like, "How much is it gonna be?" And she was like, "A shitload." And I was like, "No problem." So
Best money you'll ever spend.
it will be,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
True.
And that's what it's gonna be.
You don't even have to worry about using my system now.
No, I'll just say it to the movers. Yeah, get moving, dickhead.
Yeah.
Yeah, they will love it.
Yeah.
You call the movers a bitch.
Yeah,
No, it-
yeah, yeah.
it works.
Reverse it on
Oh,
them.
Yeah.
is that heavy, bitch? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, keep walking. Yeah.
People don't know what to do when you do
No,
it.
no.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember I called a girlfriend a dickhead. I was like, "You're acting like a real dickhead right now," because she was flipping out, like
Yeah.
being like crazy micromanagey, being totally unreasonable. It was calling me names, and I was like, "Being a real dickhead right now."
Oh.
And they're not used to it. Like they're not used to hearing. They have a certain type of insult they're expecting from men.
Yeah.
I swear to God.
oh, of course. Yes.
Yeah.
There's lanes to these
There's lanes.
things.
There's
And when
words
you
they
go
expect.
out of the lane, that's
yeah. Or you call them an asshole. You're being an asshole.
Oh, I've gotten like a bar fight with someone, and I was like, "Yeah, fuck you, dude." I called a dude a dunce, and everyone laughed, and they got him real mad. This guy's a fucking dunce. Oh, I chose a different lane.
Yes.
And you're right. People are then there's like a 2-second like
Beep boop.
expect to be called an asshole or a fucking
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Call him a dunce.
No, you take the road less traveled.
Yeah.
It works
All right.
Yeah.
Noted.
because it's not gendered at that point, or it's like opposite gendered.
So
Because-
next time my wife's a bitch, I'll call her a dickhead, and then everything will work out great.
I bet it'll work out better than if you said bitch. I'm willing to stand on that.
Yeah.
I've tried it many times in my life. I'm calling people dickheads 24/7.
or dickhole. You get a little
Yeah.
more specific, and then it's even
Oh,
weirder. And
yeah.
they're
Yeah.
like, "What?"
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
it's
very
true.
confused by
Yeah,
it.
their brain has to do
Dickhole.
more geometry and figure out what
Yes.
the hell's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stun them. Give them the old stunner.
I'm telling you, give it a shot. It's
Stop
worked
yelling
every
at me,
time.
you butt hair.
Yeah,
Yeah,
See?
right.
No one laughs and everyone's confused.
but
Yeah.
what else do I got? Oh yeah, this is kind of a new thing I'm working on, but it's tentatively titled "Hot Person Math." So it's how to calculate your own attractiveness as a human being. If you are hot, you can pretty much be poorly dressed, broke, untalented, anything, and you can kind of make it work. Like you can be all the way to like unhoused completely, living on the streets. But if you're hot, almost like that mugshot guy. Remember him?
Oh, yeah.
Handsome mugshot
Yep.
guy that eventually became a model.
Yeah.
Being hot can get you very, very far in life. But if you're ugly, you have to possess at least one of the following traits. Well dressed, in good shape, giant hog / sweet ass or tits, or rich as hell.
Yeah.
And then it kind of balance. You know what I mean? Like that's how you
You get
get.
a combo of the two, then
you
then
need,
you're
like-
hot.
Yes.
Some people win the genetic lottery, and they're just beautiful. Just
Yes.
no arguments. Like that is an extremely like better than most attractive person. They're already several levels ahead. You're right. You have to then
Yes.
come up with a personality, get some money, something.
Yeah.
I always think
Go to an open mic.
whenever a dude is like a fat guy gets super ripped and then they're still unattractive, I'm like, bummer for you, dog.
But being ripped automatically opens up that door now.
Yeah.
Sort of like Jack Skellington in the forest with the different like holiday doors. It's like now
Oh,
you got at
yeah.
least one open where it's like now you can exist in the super good shape lane
Yeah.
of things. Because I was trying to figure it out where there truly are some people that are like incredibly good looking or attractive, and I'm not saying their life is perfect, but your life is better.
My life
more
isn't
than
perfect
likely.
at all.
Yes. If you are like Brad Pitt, like I stand by that. If Brad Pitt was not an actor, he would be like the mayor of the town he lived in or something.
There
He's
are
a
people
freak.
like that. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like when
There's
you're
also
that good
like
looking.
even as a man,
People want to be around you and hang out with you, and they're like, "Yeah, you can do whatever." Yeah, sure. This guy,
Yes.
look at him. Look at that guy's
Oh.
jawline. He should be leading
Yeah.
us.
It's
if,
an undeniable asset.
if Brad Pitt wasn't famous, and he still like he looks like he does, and he walked into a room, I would feel uncomfortable almost.
Yeah.
Or be like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Like, who is
Yeah.
this guy?
I'm not in a tumble right now.
Yeah.
yeah.
There was a guy I went to.
If Brad Pitt came to a tumble, I'd be like, this is my town, you son of a bitch.
This town ain't ugly enough for the both of us. But I went to high school with a guy who was like 2 or 3 years older than me named Brady. And he was somebody that I remember it was something to do a big school event, almost like a career fair. But there was like modeling agency people who were like stopping the guy, like trying, like you could just tell that like certain, like if you were that good to look at, like things are going to be better
Didn't Ashton
than if
Kutcher?
you're not.
Didn't he just get stopped on the street in Iowa
That's what I'm
City?
talking about.
Yeah, I think he did.
Yeah,
Yeah, he did.
it's an
And then he
undeniable.
moved to
asset.
L.A. and then like a few months later, he was on that '70s show.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's never going to happen for me. You know what I'm saying?
You never know.
It's
Oh, I
not
know.
too late.
And that's okay. Then this is all to say that that's okay. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that can be true. Just like that person more than likely doesn't have all of these other things.
Well, it's like a world class sprinter. Like
yes,
you're just born with a certain genetic ability to make yourself better than everyone else. Same as the way you look. Same as
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, if you're a once in a lifetime type of athlete, or even just above average, you're likely going to have your college paid for.
Yeah.
You're going to make money, especially now with NIL and all this other shit. And you might go to professional sports where your life's, you know what I mean? And that same track works for like so many things being hot as well. So this was all, I'm working out this calculus of being like,
I think AJ is about to get into eugenics. Look out.
I spent a lot of time
I would have to kill myself in
Yeah.
that.
now that I'm in my 40s, I think about these things a lot, and I'm like, you know what? Me being a poor middle-aged dude, that's not my fault. That's his life, baby. That's his life. You can't control this. Like I can't control what my brain does and does not want to do.
Yeah.
It just I mean, I can make an effort. I've done some stuff, but I still can't do it. Like I don't know. And it's our shortcomings, my shortcomings, I'll say. Not my fault.
Case closed, Your Honor.
And I've been obsessed with a lot of like I'm looking at consciousness, like learning a lot about consciousness these days.
Yeah.
We're all the same. In the end, we're all just part of the universe. And it doesn't
You don't even have a choice of
doesn't
being
matter
born
anyway.
or not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I didn't get a say in that.
I know. I often think of, like if I had been born in LA or New York, like maybe I could have been successful.
That's what I'm
in some
talking
way,
about. I
but
mean,
instead I was born in Des Moines, Iowa, where no one succeeds and we're all stuck forever.
purgatory, if you will.
No, things are going great. Moving.
Yeah.
I have been. You know what? You opened up a Pandora's box because I've been thinking. I was like, I don't have control over anything in my life. I feel like lately, and that's it. That's the whole story. I control nothing.
I think that's probably a mature outlook on things, though,
Yeah.
in certain
What are you
ways.
talking about? What sort of defeatist weirdo attitude is that? I don't even vibe with any of that. Not everything. I mean, less is in your control than anyone. Some people are like, you can do whatever you can. You have free will. You're in a bubble, and you can. But to say you have no control over anything your brain does that's a little. You really believe that?
Oh, I'm just making excuses. Over
Oh.
here.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, because at that point, it just becomes like a free will versus determinism argument.
Yeah, you can. I mean, anyone can.
Like,
just,
do you think like Saddam Hussein chose who he was?
I mean, that's an extreme example.
I mean, you don't.
No one. No, I mean, that's a large philosophical statement, but I mean, no one really. Everyone is born into wherever wherever and whenever they are. Some people are born on third base. Some people are born underneath the fucking baseball field, and that's no one. That's just what it is, and that doesn't mean some. And people will say like, "Oh, and you can be, and anyone can be president, or anyone can whatever." No, that's not true. That's simply not true.
Yeah.
You can rise above, and people can do amazing things, and there's a million examples of that. But
Or you can take a giant L for life.
most people, and that is, most lives are just people toiling.
I'm not
away
even, but I mean, like, people living on the streets. They're probably not. They probably didn't plan on being there.
I mean, no one would choose.
Yeah.
No one would choose. That's all. No one would choose a bad life. No one would choose to get cancer at age 4. No one would choose a million crazy things where you're like, God damn, that's a real shit shake at the whole game you got.
And it's also the same argument, like treating people like shit for being different in any way doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Yeah. I mean, because I think that's the root of all empathy. I use Saddam just as a super extreme example, but ultimately it's like he didn't choose the brain he had that allowed him to be what he was.
You're born into a system with momentum and different things that all the effect. I mean, yeah,
down to even just literally your brain, the way it is. Like some people, and that's what I'm talking about, even with the hot person math or whatever, where it's like they didn't choose, but Brad Pitt didn't choose to be handsome in that way. But ultimately, it's led to amazing things in his life. There are some people that are born like the Elephant Man that have no advantage in life whatsoever, and they have to find a way to make something out of it, become a TikTok star or whatever. So, I mean, I think there's definitely choice, but I think life is started on a premise of not. I mean, you didn't have a choice in that, of even starting it. So then it's like, okay, if we tend to be the result of our circumstances, then it becomes like a nature nurture thing, I guess. But like you said, some people start in the basement, some people start on third base. Still not a choice, but ultimately has a gigantic effect on everything else that happens in your life.
Yep.
And there's not a pull yourself up by your bootstraps thing that can necessarily correct for that. There might be one in a million that can do that can get out of it. You might be able to move your station a little, but it seems like most people almost never leave even their like class level.
Yeah.
Like my family,
and it's only gotten harder
class.
in the United States.
I find it unlikely that even by the time I'm 40, I'll be leaving the class that my parents are ultimately still in right now.
Oh, I think you're an advanced person.
We'll see. I mean, there are people my age that I went to school with who are beating me by 4 or 5 times money wise. I've never made over 40 grand in my entire life, and I'm almost 34 years old. So on paper, I'm a fucking loser is what I'm saying.
But I don't know.
But you're looking at it all. You're just you shouldn't spend a lot of time comparing yourself to other people.
Oh, no. I really don't in that way. Just more like if I was to look at it metric to metric, if like someone was running a science experiment of how did this guy's life go versus this guy's life, despite going to the same high school, this thing, that thing, I would look kind of, unless you were including artistic stuff, would look like, oh, wow, his life has kind of stayed or plateaued at a certain level. I have a vision for what my thing is down the line, but there's no guarantee on it either.
Yeah,
that's what I
but I'll also tell you, and to use comedy as sort of an example, you'll come across people, especially like when you're young, burn out trying to do comedy and got nothing going on, like all of us stupid comedians for the most part, just, whatever. But you'll meet someone that like you went to high school with, and they're like a CEO or something, and they have a big stupid house in the country, and the kids the whole thing. And you'll talk to them. You're like, yeah, I live in Des Moines, and I do comedy, and I do some art stuff and this and that. And they're just like, man, you can tell they're like, I wish I had that fucking life of like freedom of like going out and like fucking around in the city and doing performing comedy and running around and doing all these things, and like that'd be so. And they're out getting drunk and having fun, and those people would be like, I'm just saying, it's about comparison. You might look and be like, I don't look great, or I haven't accomplished this thing or whatever. Okay, we all have our own like feelings about what we want to accomplish in our lives, but sometimes you'll be somewhere in your life where you're like, man, I'm just getting drunk and I have nothing to really show for my time on earth, but I'm doing a few of these things. And you'll talk to someone that has it all together and is successful, and they'll be like, you can see it in their eyes. They're like, I would fucking kill to be you right now, to be able to go out there and not have.
This is my old
all
theory
this and
that
I definitely see that. The only thing that makes me care less about that sensation these days is that they don't have. They're paying their bills.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
It's easier for them to feel that way, where it's like, okay, because I think they're mapping their existence while carrying what they are making now to that, where it's like, okay, but now you have to strip away. Now you get a 20-year-old car, 10 grand in credit card debt.
I know, but those.
you're
but
drinking
I'm
Kool-Aid.
just saying, those people will romanticize
Oh, yeah.
all of that to the same level. Other people will romanticize having whatever.
Oh yeah,
So I'm just saying, it's
it's a grass is greener.
it's
thing.
that's also like me over here when I complain about kids and stuff, because that wasn't part of my life
Master plan.
Yeah, my plan was more of
blueprint.
get drunk forever, even though I stopped doing that before kids, I guess. But where I also know, like, I have people in my life that I know that desperately wanted kids that couldn't have kids,
Right.
and I'm over here like, whoops.
Yeah.
And look, it's the cutest one ever. Go fuck yourself,
Right, exactly.
Yeah, and I know that affects them, and you just I suppose looking at things in a positive way, like some kind of asshole over here, but
Real dickhead.
there is
Real
that's where the
fucking dickhole.
control thing though is like, I can't, like, I can get another job, sure, but it's not going to pay me much more than my current job does, no matter what kind of, unless I fucking magically fall into something that's like, hey, we got some money for you. I'd be like, nice. Otherwise, it's going to be like, yeah, it's about the same. Like, okay, so I don't really have control of that. I don't.
Or you
I don't
almost
know.
wish you could have like retroactive control of like, well, now I know all this
Right.
after spending 43 years doing it.
Right.
I might go back and do a few things different.
Oh man, do you ever
know?
think back, like, if I had my current brain 20 years ago? Holy shit balls. What would I?
A lot of parking signs getting punched.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh man,
yeah.
all up and down the
Yeah.
streets.
Yeah, that would have been something. But that's also how it works.
Yeah.
So getting older and wiser goes.
Yeah. There does seem to be, I don't want to say like unfairness, but even, a little bit of that. Just you wish you could know what you needed to know when you needed to know it. You know? Like I think about that sometimes when I'll get scared about like my parents dying or something, because I know I'm getting older. My mom just turned like 65 yesterday. That's older than she was. I remember when she was in her 30s, and I was like, that's so old, whatever. Where, or even see having a friend like Dave lose his parents already, where it's all these things are telling me that I should make more time for, do this thing, but then I get selfish. I have my own life. I want to do all these things, and I know that somewhere down the road, it is going to be finally the day where they're gone, and I'm going to wish, but you just can't. It's that thing, like knowing what you should do, but that at war with. It was like the vape thing with me, where it's like, I know I shouldn't do this. I just did a year of not doing it. I was doing great, or not buying it at least. And
Damn,
then
you did a year?
I did
Oh,
of not
wow.
buying one, and then because on the year I bought one.
That's
Ah,
right. Yeah,
I
to
see, I
celebrate.
To celebrate. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that is such a part of life. I mean, I see that with like the kid thing for you at least of just yeah, you almost wish you had all the knowledge of what you'll have 15 years from now, you know, to apply it to now with the kid, you know, or
Right.
something. But
But
it is just kind of the way it goes.
yeah.
It do be like that.
Yeah, it'd be strange if you did know all of it somehow.
Be a lot cooler if we did. I could use this mind with a perfect body from 30 years ago. Now I got a shit body and a brain that works okay. It's like, can we not equalize this? No.
I don't know. I've overthought everything my whole life and will continue to do so. And therefore accomplish nothing. It's going pretty great so far.
But in a way, you've already, I mean, yeah, look at the sacrifices you've already made,
Yeah.
which would probably be pretty hard to wrap your head around a couple years back, you know?
Yeah.
You'd be like, shit.
That is true. But I was like, the way I'm operating, there's a possibility that this might happen. And the older I got, I said, well, probably just accept it if it does, which I did. Things are great, buddy.
Yeah.
Moving, but I would like some more money and some more influence. But
A little power.
yeah. I don't have either of those things at all. I also think like I'm just a peon at my job. I'm just kind of a peon in life. Like I feel like I've got some kind. I was like, oh, I have power over nothing. That's what I mean by control. Like I don't have power over fucking anything. Which kind of fucking when you sit down and think about it, you're like, oh, okay, that's where I am then.
Yeah.
Like, I don't. Unless I decide to be a complete asshole and kind of fuck my life up. Otherwise, I'm just like, well, here I go. Just keep going to work. Or find another place to go to work.
Yeah, I'm sure there could be something out there maybe you'd like more or
No, I don't mind.
could be more fulfilling, maybe. I don't know. See,
Yeah.
I don't think you're ever too old for that.
No.
You can always change that up.
But I mean, it's fine. It is what it is because the next, unless I,
The key is either be happy with your lot in life, whatever it is,
Mhm.
or change it. Those are the only two options. Otherwise, you just be like, I'm mad at myself or something forever, which makes no difference to anything other than your own.
I'm not mad.
I'm speaking in
Yeah.
generalities, but
But you do get to a certain age where you're like, okay, that one, like I'm never the odds of me being on SNL now are pretty slim.
they're not great.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like things of that nature. Not great. Although fucking Colonel Sanders didn't start KFC till he was like 68 years old.
There we go.
KFC on SNL.
Mm-hmm.
It's not too late.
That's right. I think Leslie Jones was like 48 when she made the cast. So
Yeah.
Plenty of time to become a black woman.
perfect. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely don't think all is lost.
I think I'd be too stressed out on SNL anyway. That's why I never really
Sounds like
gave it a
tough job.
shot.
Yeah. Yeah.
It would. I mean, talk about homework. Good God. But then also the pressure would be on like nobody's biz. So I
Yeah,
think
that's homework with amplified
Yeah.
pressure. That'd be different.
So I could probably hang then. I should have Lauren. I'm out here. Give me a buzz. Mostly, I just wanted to be in the new Ghostbusters, and the new ones sucked fucking ass. Every single one of them. So actually, I like the lady one better than the new ones that are part of the universe. I really fucking hated those, and they're just terrible. So that was the main goal, and those are already ruined. So I don't have anything to worry about.
Yeah. The choice has already been
Yeah.
made.
So, I feel a lot better just talking about it.
Yeah, sometimes you just want to air it out.
Yeah. Jason Reitman really fucked Ghostbusters. So why did
That I can
why did
agree
you have
with.
kids? Why would you have kids in Ghostbusters and have it take place in Oklahoma? What the fuck is wrong with you? I'll stop there.
All right. That's a perfect place to end, folks. No Sleep the Podcast, baby. Venmo
We're
at
feeling good.
Tobocop.
I said I wasn't going to be negative, and I still was.
A little bit.
Things, hey, you know what, world? I feel great. Things are going great. And I haven't had a drink in months.
Which was a choice you made.
It was a choice I made. I
How about
controlled
that?
Haven't had a cigarette
How about that?
in months.
See, you
months.
made changes.
There you go.
Yeah.
Made choices, made changes.
And what fucking good has it done me, Quite a bit, probably. So,
Yeah, I would assume you're in better shape now than if you would have kept on that track.
yep.
I think you took the correct fork in the road.
Yes. Yes.
Cool. Well, it's Venmo at Tobocop for the piggy bank. Let's get them bills up.
Yeah.
Black Hat ice cream, obviously.
Obviously.
Patreon.com/NoSleepDSM if you want to support. Like and subscribe on the videos and all that shit. Helps a lot. Numbers through the roof. I started writing them on the board. Can't see them from here. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
Don't you worry about
Not
that.
our TikTok numbers. I swear to you, after Trump, TikTok was like, we heard you boys talking, and we don't appreciate it.
TikTok
Yeah,
on an
TikTok.
all-time low.
Yeah.
YouTube is doing all right, though, so that's nice.
Good.
Shout out Shyla, our executive producer. She laughed a couple times tonight, which is pretty good.
Yep.
So.
We'll take it.
That is.
Yeah.
We'll take it.
A little vain to laugh at our own material, but that's interesting. Shout out Dave. Did you get your port? He's got his chemo port, baby.
Oh, shit. But we can put anything into that, right? Can we vape into it?
Grab the bourbon.
Yeah.
Little hot shot for Davey.
Shot.
You just want the juice straight in there? We'll crack this open.
Yeah.
Cancer
Cancer be gone.
Yeah.
That guy's never getting cancer again.
His cancer's gone, but he died of nicotine poisoning.
Rare case. Well, folks, it's been real. It's been fun. No Sleep the Podcast. I've been AJ Simmons.
I've been Tom McGrain. I just like to say I am doing great. Sarah, we're doing great. The kids are great. The house is great. We're doing great.
Yeah.
Sorry for being a whiny biatch. Or a whiny dickhead. I guess I can call myself a biatch. That'd be
There you go. That's the reverse.
Yeah.
It's the Uno
Switcheroo.
reverse.
Yeah.
It really works.
And I'm Alex Carter. See you later.
Bye.
Fucking AJ, Toll and Alex. They're fucking hilarious.
This is a certified hood classic. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.